Hi, it's James from the Excire team, and in this video, I want to talk to you about Excire's AI keywording features. Now, keywording is a great way to ensure that your files are accessible at all times, but manually adding descriptive keywords to each one of your photos can be a real slog. Each new batch of images can take hours to tag, and if you already have a backlog of untagged images, you could be looking at days or months or perhaps even years of tedious work. Fortunately, Excire automatically applies descriptive keywords to every image in your catalog so that you don't have to, and the keywords that Excire adds can be stored as metadata. They can be exported with images, and they can be recognized by other software. Excire also includes a handy Find by Keyword feature that you can use to rapidly retrieve images, even if they're hidden deep in your catalog, and there are a few keywording features available in Excire Foto 2027 that are new, which I'll talk about towards the end of this video. So let's fire up Excire, and I'll show you how this works. Excire can add keywords automatically when you initialize your images, but to make sure this happens, you'll need to ensure that you tell the software to analyze your images when you add them to Excire. So when you're bringing new images into the program, you'll press this Add Folders button here, and you'll need to toggle this Analyze Photos option right here. This tells Excire to look at each image, and the state-of-the-art AI will apply keywords automatically, which causes the import process to take a little longer, but gets you much more interesting tools that you can use as a result. So if you want Excire to add keywords to a lot of files, it can be a good thing to let it run overnight. And by the way, Excire's AI analysis does all happen locally on your computer, so it's completely secure. Your images, they don't get sent to the cloud. In fact, you can initialize your images without internet access if you like. Once the analysis process is done, you'll see keywords highlighted in blue under the AI and Keywords tab right here. These are not user-added keywords. They've been intelligently added by Exire's AI. And you can see the keywords from this gallery view, but you can also double-click to see the images in this preview view as well. So here you can see Excire recognized. This is an adult woman with her eyes open, facing forwards. She has a musical instrument, and it's a guitar. There's only one face, and it's a portrait. And if we look over here, so we have another image. This time Excire recognized that there's an animal, it's a bird, and it thinks it's an owl, which is correct. It also noted that there's particular tones here. Here, Excire recognized the zebras, recognized the giraffes here, and also that there are complementary colors, and it's a fairly unsaturated image. Here, Excire recognized that this is an animal. It's a bird, and it's specifically its eye. And then let's see if there's if there's a landscape image we can look at here. So Excire recognized that this is an image that is agricultural because of the rural setting here. It contains architecture. It's a barn. Shows the night sky, and it's a nature image. As you can see, the number of keywords Excire applies does depend on the image. You can get a lot of keywords, or you can get a small number. And while they're often very accurate, sometimes you do run into keywords that don't fit, in which case you can just click this little X here. You'll also notice this little number here. This is Exire's confidence score. So the higher the number, the more likely it is that the keyword applies to the photo. And of course, you can always add your own keywords. You just type them in here. For instance, maybe I want to add emptiness. If I feel that's what this image evokes, this sense of emptiness, because there's nobody in this barn or cabin structure here. And by the way, you can also copy and paste keywords. So here we have this copy keywords option, paste keywords. When you're in the gallery view here, you can copy and paste very quickly, and you can do it in batches as well. And we also have drag and drop options as well. So if you have an image, so we've got the barn here, maybe we want to put this keyword here as well. So we can drag and drop that. You can also do that with custom keywords. And once the keywords have been added, you can use them to quickly find images. So one way to do that is with this keyword hierarchy here. So I can open this up. And you can go through the keywords that way. So I could come here, and you'll see there are nested keywords. So under drink, there's wine. You also get coffee here. But another way to find photos using keywords is with the keyword search feature, or the Find by Keyword tool. You'll find this in the upper right-hand corner. Find by Keyword, click on that. And here you'll select keywords that you want to use to search, whether that's people's names, where you've named faces, or your own custom keywords, or keywords from Excire's AI. And you can even choose to use colors here, which can be handy as well. So let me try, I'll click here. There's some nested keywords here, so I'll say egg, and then let's add a color. I want to see images that have yellow eggs. You can add multiple keywords, by the way, and combine them if you like. And you can change where you're searching as well if you want to search in the current view or in particular folders or collections. But I'm just going to click Start Search here. And there you go. I searched for the images keyworded with egg that were also yellow. And Excire has done a nice job. The results are spot on. I do also want to quickly mention a few other points here. First, if you don't want Excire to add certain keywords to your files, or if you want to remove particular keywords that have already been added and you want to do it in bulk, then you can just choose File, Hidden Keywords, and you'll see this dialog here. By default, all these keywords in Excire are going to be visible, but you can click this eye here to make a specific keyword disappear from Excire's keyword hierarchy and from the keyword part of the AI and keywords panel. And you can also choose whether you want all the keywords that are nested under this keyword to be removed. You just toggle on the Hide Child Keywords option here. Note that if you do choose to hide some keywords, the keywords are going to disappear from the Excire Keywords panel and the hierarchy, like I said, but they aren't permanently deleted. You can always choose to unhide the keywords later, and they'll reappear. Also, if you want to store Excire's keywords in or with the image file, you can select the file, right-click, and you'll choose Store Metadata here. You'll see this dialog, which lets you specify whether you want to store Excire keywords, custom keywords, and or people's names. And you can choose whether you want Excire to only include the confirmed keywords or just include all keywords. And then when you click Start, Excire will store those keywords with the file. You can also store keywords upon export. So if you select Files, I'll just select these, and then you right-click, you choose Export Photos, and you'll see an option here to store metadata for exported photos. And you select this to ensure that your keywords get stored with the exported files. Finally, if we choose File, Preferences here, you'll see there's a metadata tab on the left-hand side. And if you want to change how Excire handles metadata loading and storing, you can do that right here. For instance, I can tell Excire to always store people tags as keywords by toggling this option on. I just have to make sure I hit save at the end to have my preferences applied. As I'm sure you can imagine, the Excire AI keywording tools come in handy all the time. You can use the keyword search when you want to find images of a particular type, say photos of waterfalls or sunsets, or even when you want to find very specific images that you have in mind. And it's also worth mentioning that Excire's keyword search tool is entirely separate from Excire's prompt search tool, which I've covered in another video. So if you've tried a prompt search and you didn't like the results, you can always try a keyword search instead, or vice versa, and you might find what you're looking for. So give it a shot. It's so much easier than manual keywording, and once your images are indeed keyworded, you'll feel like you're finally in control of your image database. If you found this video helpful, go ahead and click that like button, and for more tips and tutorials on Excire's AI-powered photo management tools, subscribe to our channel. Thanks so much for watching.